The way that I roll and I'm feeling some way, got you feeling some way, I know that. I ain't tryna flex on you, ain't tryna check on you. I'm just working on my Kodak moment, you should know that. Yeah.
Here we are on another episode of The Manifest, featuring the one and only Mr. Jean Pierre-Charles, a 3-time national champion at Carleton University. About to go pro. Let's get right into that. How does it feel? Your last 5 years in the CIS, and now you're looking for overseas offers.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about that.
Anytime you get a new chapter in your life, it's kind of cool. Like when you go into university, it's something brand new. When people get a job, it's something brand new. And when you get married, or whatever the case may be. So like this is a new chapter for me, which is really, really cool. And it's only positive energy kind of thing. You know, you look. It's going to be a different lifestyle. I've been to Carleton and Ottawa, so always close to home. Going to be very far. So there's good and bad in that sense, but it's so positive because it's a new chapter, like I said.
And how was it playing at Carleton? I mean, from the outside looking in, a lot of people get the misconception like, yo, Dave just chews people up.
No, bro, no. You know,
talk about your
one
experience.
thing. My experience was good. You know, just because I transferred, it doesn't mean it was hell. You know, I learned a lot. I learned stuff that I'm gonna carry for the rest of my life, and you know, winning is fun. It's just, you know, for sure. The best feeling sometimes. You know what I mean? But for me, it was just, you know, I grew from that decision too. You know what I mean? Like, so I could look back at it and say, like, you know, it was something that I just did for me. You know, and yeah, you just when you play ball, you gotta remind yourself to stay true to yourself. You know, long story short. But it was good. It was fun. But you know, 3 years was it for me, and it was a new chapter, kind of thing.
So let's retract a little bit. How did this all start for you? When did you first pick up a basketball, and when did it first start getting really, really serious for you?
I picked up a basketball pretty late, man. Like I played soccer, I played football, and then, well, I always played street ball with my friends, but like grade 7, grade 8 is when I started playing organized ball. And then I was coached by a guy named Danny, who was coaching like Celtics and stuff. And then Ian saw me play. I was really raw, just like an athlete, skinny. And he brought me to Ashbury. Different world, completely different world. I came from a private, not private, Catholic French school to a private school. And it was good, man. I grew a lot in that.
Why private though?
Ashbury?
Yeah.
It's a private school.
Like why though?
They got money, man. Yeah. I don't even know, bro. that kind of like shirt and tie and whatever. Yeah. My first year, I wish I embraced it more. I didn't. I would like bus across town to go see my old friends. But then my grade 11 year, I really embraced it. I embraced what the school can offer and made some good friends. It was a good experience, and Ian was like my mentor during that time too. So, and it's somebody I keep close till this day. And so Ashbury was a great experience. You know what I mean? You meet different people I didn't meet at Franco, and vice versa. I didn't meet the same people at Ashbury that I can meet at Franco. So I actually had the best of both worlds, if you look at it. Yeah.
So you said you played Celtics. When did you make the transition to play Guardsmen?
To Guardsmen, when Guardsmen took over Ottawa.
Yeah.
Guardsmen took every single.
What grade was that for you?
I was probably in grade 10.
Okay.
Probably in grade 10, maybe grade 9.
Okay.
And then there was like maybe 2 teams in Ottawa, Guardsmen in next level.
Yeah.
I don't remember any other else. Like they just took over everything. But it was good because we got AU trips in there. You got exposed to good ball, so I didn't mind it.
And so going back to high school, is there anything that you'd want to change? I know you mentioned that you'd want to embrace your Ashbury college, but as far as like looking elsewhere maybe, or academics, is there anything you would want to change?
In high school, I think I did the high school thing, the Ashbury thing, pretty good. It was fun. I mean, you're young, you're so young, and you learn so much, you know. And I was just a young kid playing ball. I didn't know where it could take me. If anything I could change is my work ethic in high school. At Ashbury, it was kind of like I was given a scholarship, I was good, and I was playing good, and the competition wasn't really...
They were giving scholarships?
Yeah, bro. It's a private school, bro.
Jeez.
And the competition wasn't really out of this world. Like, there was good teams, there were good players at the time, but so I felt very dominant when I was playing against other schools. But if I could go back, you know, I would be like, there's a lot of good players out there, like, you know, and build a better work ethic from there. That's me nitpicking kind of thing. Yeah. But, you know, it was great, man. Like, I got there, I got a good education, I got a lot of basketball offers when I went there, so I got nothing to regret about it.
And is that when you start to realize, like, hey, shit, I should take this really, really seriously.
Oh, as soon as I got the scholarship to Ashbury, like it happened so weird. I was about to go to Franco, and it happened like a week before I was about to go to school. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to Ashbury now.
And it was for basketball?
It was basically, it was for basketball, but like it was for an opportunity. It was up for exactly, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, it was kind of a woo. All right, I'm not gonna go to school with my friends. I was like, I would never say no to that opportunity. Yeah. It's a great school. But yeah, man.
And if I can remember correctly, after high school, you did go prep, right?
I went prep,
How was that?
It was good. Prep is prep. I mean, I went to
because a lot of people hype that shit up, right? Like,
oh man,
especially
like,
in Ottawa, like they want to get out.
But the thing is, it was like, all right, I had some offers. You know what I
Okay.
mean? I had some offers coming out of Ashbury, but I was like, I got some offers in Ashbury and Ottawa. Imagine if I go prep, how many offers I could get. And I did get more offers, D1 offers in prep, and it was cool and it was fun and it was a lot of partying. It was like, it was just like, it was that like, I went to a decent prep school in terms of how they took care of their players.
Yeah.
Now,
what prep school was that?
It was MCI. I don't think they do it anymore, but they had some good players come through there. It was in a good division as well.
Okay.
But you know how prep school is. Like, it's just every man for its own kind of thing. And I actually I had a good group of friends, a good group of guys that like a basketball team were really close, which is rare in a prep school student.
For sure.
In a prep school environment. But prep school was fun, man. It was just, there was no structure kind of thing, you know what I mean? And then
literally every man for himself.
So you're thinking like 1 week you get a scholarship from here, you're like, should I take it? Like you have no guidance, you know what I mean?
So
like
what are some of the schools that were offering to you?
I had like St. Bonaventures off the top of my head. I had Brown University for a while. But these things, it's like they offer you scholarships, and it wasn't like I wasn't good enough to get a scholarship. Like boom, whenever you want, you'll commit. They'll be like, yo, you got to commit in the next 2 weeks.
Oh, they
You know
put
what
a
I
time
mean?
limit
Yeah,
on
they're
your
like, yo,
shit.
there's a million of yous out there, you know what I mean? But they would give me scholarships for real. Like Iona, I can't, bro. I'm not trying to, but I had at least 10 good scholarships, like to decent schools, and then a lot of smaller D1 schools. But the fact that they were kind of 2-3 weeks, some were like extended periods of time, like you could commit whenever you want.
Yeah.
But my main thing was why I went to Carleton was because Dave's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
And these other coaches, I didn't know if they're gonna be there. Like if you do well in the mid-major school, you get like a next school offers you a better job with more money. So the coach leaves. Next coach comes in, does he mess with you? Does he fuck? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or if you do bad, you get fired. So I was like, damn, like there's no consistency. Because I wasn't getting recruited by any top major schools. I was getting recruited by mid-major schools where there's a lot of changes.
Yeah.
And then you got Carleton, you got the best coach in Canada, you know, who's very stable. So that was a big argument for there. And he's seen me play a lot. So that's why I kind of came back to Canada, because I felt like, you know, there was going to be structure.
And then throughout high school, were you close with Dave?
Oh, I was good with him. Dave was great to me in high school. And my it's kind of in prep school, low key, I was talking to him a lot, saying like, oh, this school offered me, like he would help me through that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was good. I would keep my eyes open because I knew it was a good school. Yeah. Everybody knew about that school, so I knew I always had. It was kind of like if I'm not sure about anything, I got this school. Yeah. That was my mentality. Maybe I should have had a different mentality. I should have been like, yo, you're gonna get that top major school. You know what I mean? Yeah. If I could go back, maybe I'd have that mentality. But you're in such a prep school and you're just a kid, so you're just going with the flow. You know what I mean?
And so, what is a piece of advice that you give to like up and coming high schoolers trying to pursue thinking D1 prep is the only way to do it? It's
not the only way to do it, but don't think because you ate here that you're gonna eat over there. Like try to kill it where you're at. Yeah. Just kill it regardless. Don't be like, oh, I'm in Ottawa. Once I'm there, I'll kill it. Kill it where you are, and then when you're there, you'll kill it even some more. But if you want to go prep, you don't want to go prep or whatever, I think the main thing is just stay true to yourself. Play for yourself. And it sounds kind of selfish, like people say play for yourself. But it's like when you play for yourself, you're a good teammate because it makes you happy. You're more competitive because it makes you happy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And you said playing for yourself. And I remember watching the Ottawa Hoops interview that you had. And you said after winning 3 back-to-back, you decided to change your mind and change schools. Yeah. So go deeper into that. Like why the change? I mean, after somebody wins 3 back-to-back, I'm sure their first thought is not like, yo, I'm done with
No, bro. Like I said, winning is great, and it's like when the switch up kind of happened. It's like, do I feel like I want a different environment to show the kind of player I am? Mm-hmm. And the answer was yes. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And thankfully I did that. I got a lot of opportunities at Ottawa. But yeah, when you win, well, the next few months I was like, yo, this is amazing. I'm a champion. I won. This is good. Let's go do it again. And then I was like, it's just, you got a certain gut feeling, you know what I mean? And it was tough. Like, Carleton's all I knew since I was a kid, so it was hard. It wasn't an easy decision. It wasn't like one morning I decided. But, you know.
Okay, one morning just woke up.
Yeah, just woke up and said, you know what, I'm out. But it was tough. It was really tough. And, you know, lost a couple of relationships on the way, but it is what it is. But, like, the relationships that you keep are the real relationships at the end of the day.
And what was the difference between Carleton and Ottawa that you've noticed?
There's a lot of differences.
Like, obviously,
it's crazy amount of differences.
Yeah, no, for sure. But what is like the main things that stuck out to you that you noticed from transitioning from Carleton to Ottawa U? I know when a lot of people who've been in the basketball community and have played the game.
It's really what you see is what you, like, people think it's deep, the difference is, but you could see it. Yeah. You just see it. You know what I mean? It's not, to not get in details, it's like, because it's hard to explain what the difference is without making Carleton seem bad or Ottawa seem bad. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get into that, but you can see it. You know what I mean? Certain, like you watch Ottawa U play and you see what you see is what you see is you see.
I'll say it for you.
Yeah.
Ottawa U is more free.
Yeah.
There's more just like everybody's just almost doing their own thing and they kind of fit in where they fit in.
Yeah. Well, when I fell in love with Ottawa U basketball was when I would see the Johnnies, the Mikes, and the Medis and how they would play together. I would be like, wow, that's impressive. And then, but like looking back, when I looked at my team, when I saw the Phil and Tommy and Tyson and all of them playing together, looking back at it, I was like, wow, that I was part of that team. That's pretty cool. You know what I mean? So there's both sides to it, man. There's both sides to it. So I don't want to talk too much about Carleton and make the Ottawa seem like, and I don't want to talk about too much about Ottawa and make, you know what I mean? It's hard, but like what you see is basically what it is. Like Carleton's that structured science. It's like, it's just.
It is literally a science.
It's a science, but like it's a science, bro. And the thing is they have it well. Like they have it figured out. No, you know, even if they don't win, they have it figured out. Yeah. So it's you got to respect it. And Ottawa, they have it figured out too. It's different. It's just different. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So.
And you said you were looking at other schools when you were trying to make that decision. Yeah. Ryerson and SMU.
Yeah. SMU was kind of like, yo, I'm trying to be free. Yeah. You know what I mean?
A little too free.
A little too free. But I didn't really go on a visit or anything there. It was just kind of poof of the kind of, you know what I mean? But Ryerson was good. I talked with Roy a lot. It was a tough decision. But Ryerson, I have not, like that. My visit there was A1. It was tip top, and it kind of came down to school a little bit too. Like my credits transferred more. Well, I was told it was going to transfer better at Ottawa.
And you graduated in.
I'm graduating. Like I got 3. Like I'm coming back after I go pro. Finishing like 2 courses, and I'm good. But mom's not happy about that.
No,
but, she wants me to finish before I leave. But, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm getting that degree 100%. I didn't put all that time in. But like when you transfer, like not even schools, you transfer like degrees, you lose a few courses, you take a few L's.
And talk about school. What was your mentality on school? I'm sure you had your parents.
Because I went to Ashbury, and when my parents pushed into Ashbury, I was doing crazy well. I was doing not crazy well, but I was doing well. Yeah. And but then you know what hit is prep school, man. Like I was on a good path coming out of Ashbury, and prep school, the school was like so easy, bro. Yeah. Basically, like I didn't have to study, and I would get good grades. Yeah. And then so when I went back to Carleton for engineering, it was tough because I was like, I just spent the last year just playing ball, coming to class and getting kind of the A in English or A in math because it was just easy. Like I was putting like some decent ass courses or whatever, you know. So that was tough, you know, balancing. And then I figured it out, and then I thank Carleton for like kind of like staying. I was always in engineering at Carleton. They managed to work with me and get me like. But then when I went to Ottawa U, I just realized I didn't really like that degree, to be honest. It was a cool degree to say you're in, but I didn't see myself working in it, to be honest. And then I switched into economics, which was more for me, but I lost some credits along the way.
Yeah. So what is your advice again to the younger people on picking courses?
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was in school, literally I just went to play basketball. Yeah. Right. And then
the thing is, it's like it's hard when you're 18, 17 years old to find something you're passionate about and that could potentially be the rest of your life. And especially when you play ball, you're like, yeah, just put me in that. I'm focused on ball. And I knew engineering was gonna be hard, but I was like, I'm ready for it. Like, I didn't study much in high school and I did decent, but that in university, it's not like that. Unless you're really, really smart. You gotta study at the end of the day. You gotta put some time in, you know? And then with basketball and Carleton's schedule, it was tough, but my main advice would be to ask the most questions possible. Like, know what people are doing. Like, there's so many careers out there, so many that we don't even know about. And you just, what do you do? You know what I mean? To a random adult, what do you do? Oh, you do that? Okay. And then you learn about something. Oh, you're in that field. I kind of see myself doing that. And I did that, but just not enough. I wish I did it more so I knew, like, how many careers there's actually out there. Like, now we know there's so many fields you could go into. Like, I wish I went into this, I wish I went into that. But back then, you just knew, like, the essentials. Like, there's business, there's whatever, sciences, whatever. But people that have their degree don't necessarily end up working in that field. Use that degree as a tool or whatever. So I would tell them to, you try to see where your passion's at and use whatever degree you think is gonna help you get there.
And what are your thoughts on, speaking of jobs and stuff, what are your thoughts on like social media and kind of using that as another platform to get income?
Everyone,
I know your shit's on private, so nobody's looking at any of your shit, but
my stuff's on private just because in public sometimes it's a distraction. You know what I mean? There's a lot of, it's just a distraction that kills your time. Like, sometimes you're like, the amount of time you spend on your phone, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to be a preacher, but like, you could have been doing a workout, you could have been bettering yourself in something else. So I'm not saying I'm not on my phone. I'm on my phone. My friends know I'm on my phone, but like when I'm on private, I'm that much more less on my phone. That's just for me. But I know for social media, it's cool to build a brand, and you're your own. That's the cool thing about this generation. You could build your own brand. You could be, that. You could make you something. You know what I mean? More than ever. So I do have plans to do that kind of. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like my journey is different.
You ever thought about doing like modeling or something? Like, like you being tall.
I did. But like, you got school, you got family, you got friends. I had basketball, and I was taking basketball very seriously. And I put modeling on top of there. It was just like, I did think about it, but I never really pushed for it, to be honest with you. It's just because it's like,
but even just linking up with a photographer.
I hear you, but it's just like, I like somebody, I'm somebody that likes, if I commit to it, I commit to it.
Okay.
And I didn't want to, like, I feel like I could have done a 1-2, but how far would I have gone if that's not really where my passion's at? So, I mean, but like I said, social media is the best tool to build yourself. Like, whatever you have a passion for, you could, if you're relentless, I honestly feel you can make something out of social media. Now, if that's not your lane, that's not your lane. Like, there's a lot of clout chasers too. So so when I say stay true to yourself, do it for yourself. Like, be true to your social media brand. Like, people are just, I feel like some people are clout chasing on social media, and they're like, this is what I do, but nah, I could see you're not passionate about it. You're more passionate about the love you're getting.
Exactly.
But
if you